Hi, everybody. Happy June the 15th. Here are the updates for today. I want to point everyone's attention first towards email from training last week that talked about CE requests. This is that time of year when you will make those requests. So, things to keep in mind with that email. It had the attachment in there where it talked about all the different kinds of conferences that you can travel to as part of PLS that they will pay for. The biggest thing to keep in mind is you can only travel out of state once every other year. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of great opportunities. We do like to pair people up or send people in groups. So again, as the information comes back, we can really more readily get that information out across the organization more efficiently. The next thing I want to point you guys to is an email Eric sent out to the branch last week. And it had to do with United Way tax assistance. So United Way is offering tax assistance. Obviously, right now, with the way we are set up, we are not able to offer. Normally, we would do VITA, even though it's past tax season. But due to everything going on with COVID and everything, we can't offer that. So the way that we have been suggesting is that to send people United Way. Inside Eric's email, it lists the link and tells people how to set up that time to have the United Way folks help you with that. The next thing I'm going to point everyone to is the town hall, which I've included in this email. I know a lot of the department managers have already sent it out to their departments, but if you didn't get to be part of the town hall order today, I would highly advise watching it. There was some really great information in there. We talked a lot about the strategic plan. We also talked about the reopening for phase 3 and phase 4 related to PLS. If there are any questions about the strategic plan, I'm very happy to field those. Obviously, as many of you know, I was very much involved in that process from the beginning as part of the Harwood Institute and helping kind of craft all that. I can easily explain some of the bullet points in that sheet that was sent out by Lisa Green. If there are questions about the reopening, Kelsey sits on the customer service CMT. I'm sure she'd be very happy to answer any of those questions and whatever. Obviously, I'm happy to help with it in any way I can. The big takeaway for that is June 28th. That's a Sunday, but basically that work week will all be back in the branch. We will no longer be in teams at that point. This will be something where we will ask staff to socially distance, just like we are going to ask our customers to do so. We will reopen for browsing on July 15th as it currently stands. Again, it's going to be something where we ask customers to socially distance and be smart about this. Mask wearing is still very much, expected and requested for everyone's safety and sake. The biggest thing that was mentioned today in the town hall was absolutely that this is always a fluid situation. So we will work with all of our cities to make sure that we are staying in accordance with all of their guidelines. As those things change, we change forwards, backwards, whatever that looks like. Lisa made it very clear to everyone that they're watching everything and they see and hear all the different updates of the numbers of COVID cases. And again, the number one goal here is safety for customers and staff. And so, again, we are weighing all that in the back of our minds as we look at what our cities are doing and how we can, again, stay in accordance with what's happening with all of our cities. The last thing today is just a little lighter topic. I'm not from Oklahoma, and I have no idea about these weather warnings and watches. I've been confused since I came here. I know every year we go through severe weather training. But I guess I'm not the only one in the country who doesn't understand the difference between a watch and a warning unless I have the sheets in front of me that I know that we have in the branch. So the National Weather Service, I'm linking to an article in the Washington Post. They talk about how a lot of people are confused, and they're going to try and streamline this hopefully within the next year or two, because a lot of people like myself have complained that it's really confusing to try and figure out what they mean related to these tornadoes. Because where I come from, you're either getting 2 feet of snow or you're not, and so there's not really a watch or a warning. It's a watch and a warning because, yeah, you're getting the snow. So anyway, have a great week. Any questions, certainly shoot those my way as always. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. I have already gotten a couple questions about the town hall from today. That's great. Keep sending them over my way. I'd love to help. I will pass them along as I need to. And here's to a great week.